All right, we're good. Everybody's rolling.
Are you rolling?
We're rolling.
Cool.
You're rolling
For show.
But
Who's clapping? Hermina. Yep. Clap.
Do you really want to talk about it still? Didn't know it was a lie till I said it out loud. Should have told you wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. What's this here? Feels like oil. What's this here? Darkening the soil. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. I worry about you in your blue bathroom. I worry about you in your blue bathroom. I worry about you in your blue bathroom. I worry about you. I'm a wall. It bristles when it's hot. A bowl of rocks when it's not. I wanna give you heartburn in your head. You feel nothing instead. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. Wasn't gonna work out. I worry about you in your blue bathroom. I worry about you in your blue bathroom. It's a literal bathroom that I've had in my life in the past. It was a moment when I lived in this weird little cabin on the lake when I had gotten bed bugs and had to move out of an apartment, and then got put all of my stuff into a storage unit to kill the bed bugs, and moved with my then boyfriend to this cabin on the lake, and there was just this bathroom that was 100% blue, and I used to play music in there to for the reverb mostly, but then I don't know, that bathroom just it shows up in my dreams and stuff. It's this really cool weird little house that was we lived in during a very special time, weird special limbo time in my life. So it's a literal bathroom and about what happened around that time of my life. So yeah,
It's funny how those things, specific locations, bury themselves in your psyche.
yeah,
But I'm willing to bet that had the bathroom not been blue, it might not have burrowed so deep.
Probably not. Yeah, that's a good point. And then if it was like a different colored bathroom, it might not sound as good to name the song that. I don't know. So luckily it was blue.
Yes. It's the least that bathroom could do is be alliterative. If it's gonna,
Least.
if it's gonna haunt your
Yeah.
dreams.
Coral? No. Tangerine? Mm-mm.
Puce.
So it's a song. It's kind of a song that's almost a revenge song, but a concern song at the same time. Is that accurate? Is it?
Whew, that is a good question. Yeah, I would say maybe not revenge so much as frustration. Yeah, not like revenge, but
Right. That's a little
certainly like a theme that has run through parts of my life that just shows up in different relationships, and I'm glad that it brings something to mind for you, because I'm never really sure, like, because sometimes I cut so much out, and then it becomes like its own thing, and then it becomes something that's just fun to sing, and then the meaning sometimes goes away for a while, and then it gets other meaning the more you sing it. I think, from my personal experience of the song.
So it evolves even to you.
Yeah.
As the creator, which is pretty interesting. There's some big metaphors there. I don't know that we need to dive into them, but there are some monster metaphors there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my songs always feel like they evolve. I don't know if that's because I write them vague enough that they can relate to like more than one situation, but like they become like a thing that is healthy for me to sing for a number of different reasons. And I don't know what their experience is of the same thing, so it's kind of, I've never asked, actually.
I feel like it's sort of similar. Like, I don't know what you are writing about, but the words that I'm singing, especially like the chorus parts where we sing them over and over, wasn't going to work out. Like, those words mean a lot of different things to me. And it, it feels cool and special to find a connection to the words in the song as your backing vocalist, that are like perhaps apart from what maybe you originally intended, but like are nevertheless like a part of what the song means.
Right, yeah. I like that people can interpret it themselves and like experience it. Like, that's totally okay with me.
Yeah, and one of the great pleasures I feel like of playing a supporting role in that song is like this, like, I love the intensity of the repetition, and like I feel like sometimes when we play it, I love when we play it and sing it so many times that it kind of becomes absurd, and that it kind of gives me this like sense of tension, like as intense as that scene in No Country for Old Men in the hotel where he's trying not to be found. Anyway, but that's what I'm thinking about when I sing I sing that song, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with like the content of the words, but more of just like the like.
But that's where those repeated choruses, that's where that takes you.
Right, the churning is where it takes me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's very evocative. It's very powerful. And vague, which is good, which is why people like me have questions about it.
Cool.
Look, I'm spilling out of Charlie's.
this is it seems somewhat autobiographical. I'm not asking you what is or not. And clearly from a younger person's point of view, right? And then there's this elegant sort of repeated lyric, because the song's the only answer, right? And I remember as a kid when I was first had the deep dive into music, when I was, you think you know music, and then at some point, through that high school or whatever, and then at some point you find that thing and you're like, oh, this is it, And so there's definitely times in that time of my life where that was 1,000% the case. The song's the only answer. It was the most important thing, right? And I'm just wondering, is that still the case for you now? And if so, how has its meaning to you changed from those days to now?
Oh, wow. Nick, that's a really beautiful question. So that song kind of takes place for me about 20 years ago. And, in the moment of that song, I'm trying to use the song to connect, I'm trying to make out with somebody around the campfire, and that's how it's going to happen, because I was never like, a sexy dancer. Like, that was not how it was going to go for me. And so in that context, I was trying to use cover songs from, all around every era in order to maybe lure someone in, and it never worked. And then now, what is the song?
So wait.
Okay.
And sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
I just want to make, while I get this in, so the song, that line, because the song's the only answer, it was the answer to you hooking up with this guy that you wanted to, or this.
Or anyone.
So here I
But
thought-
yes, there is a particular one. Okay, sorry.
I really want you to do the postscript to this.
Yeah,
Maybe after cameos roll.
Yeah.
So here I thought it was this deep song about the song is the only answer. Not this song, but like the song is the only answer in life. This is what I'm going to do with my life. This is what it means to me. This is all. And it turns out it was actually a tool to get laid.
Exactly.
I am not disappointed by that.
I mean, and what isn't a tool to get laid? But
That's amazing. I love that.
but I do want to say that, 20 years later, when I think about a song being the only answer, I feel like, I feel like more and more I'm writing songs about songs. There's in poetry, there's the Ars Poetica, like poems about poetry, just because I'm in love with songs. And I was trying to bed down with someone in that case, but there's so many things that songs are the answer to. But can I tell you a funny story, which is that 20 years later, we did that performance at the Myrna Loy, right? And the video was out there, and I got an email from the guy, from
The one in question.
object of that song.
Did he
saying, that was a really great show. I loved that song. You want to go get a beer sometime?
20 years later.
Just took him 20 years to come around.
That song was the answer.
That song was the answer, and it was.
It was just not then.
Not then, like
couldn't play a
timing is in
cover.
the hands of whatever, it's geologic, I guess. But
That'll be
Anyway.
the next tune. It's so good. It's so poetical.
I know.
Can't
I know, right?
And I'm not even going to ask you what you answered back. Damn. All right.
You have to speed into the dark.
God damn it, look at you. You want me to believe I shouldn't die. The privilege I had should extend past the night. But I've almost gone so many times. Walking warm building to warm building. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. You have to speed into the dark. Past where your headlights were. You have to believe other people. Money will get you through. God damn it. 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 God
So this is a song, God damn it, that for me and a lot of people that I know and shared it with when it came out in May?
I think it was May 2020.
Yeah, May 15th.
So like a year ago when we were, 6 weeks, 2 months into the shutdown. And it sort of became this sort of unofficial anthem of sorts. Like I played this shit out, like played it for my wife, played it for my kid, played it for because it seemed to capture that moment. And it has this great sort of sweet feel to it, but punctuated by God damn it. And there was so many things to say God damn it about a year ago,
Not anymore. We're good.
No,
We're good now.
just had to wait a year. So my question is, the song was written and recorded before the pandemic even started, so it almost seems like this proactive gift from the past in a way, right? And then for the video, which I'm assuming was already in production when the pandemic hit?
No.
Oh, it wasn't. So it was totally done, right. So it incorporates these images from around the world, really, all around Missoula. There's familiar faces that I recognize, but there's a lot of places that are clearly not the U.S. either. So can you just describe how that happened, how the concept happened, and how'd you make all that work?
Gosh, how do we start that? Go ahead. You go first.
Well, I think it was Jenny's idea. She'd seen my brother-in-law in Memphis as a prolific rock and roll and documentary photographer. And he had this project where he was taking quarantine portraits of families. He visited 850 homes in like a matter of 2 months and taking pictures of people in their houses. and ended up on like CBS This Morning and stuff like that. But anyway, but Jenny said, what if we tried to mesh those images with the song and also, you know, live camera, you know, cell phone footage of our friends alone.
I mean, it was really like a pivot too, right? Like, I don't know that we intended to make a music video at that point. We had just recorded our album. We had like a series of fundraiser shows that were sort of tentatively planned that we wanted to do to like promote the record and like figure out how to like raise the money to like really like stick the landing on mixing and mastering and printing and all of the associated costs with that. And then, you know, it was like the world ended. The rug was just pulled out from all of us. So, I mean, it just like worked out really kind of beautifully for that particular song, because that's how we all felt, I think, in that moment. Like, GODDAMNIT was just like such a great anthem for that moment in history. And yeah, it was actually really like cheering and really like helpful to have that video project for us to work on and to see like submissions rolling in from our friends and our family.
So tender. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, it's such a pretty song, so it like gives you the license to curse, but yet
Yeah.
do it bathed in beauty, you know?
It's such a cathartic song to sing, it really.
Totally, that's the word right there. It's cathartic. It is very cathartic. So.
Yeah, when Hermina brought it to us in the fall of 2019, I remember you described it as a prayer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was an anxiety prayer. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that it can like be helpful for, just like singing it. So
Interesting. That's amazing. I love see every song is deeper than a song is like an iceberg.
Hey,
Are you writing a song right now?
Yeah.
The little it's just what you can see is just what you hear, and then it's 90% of it is underwater. I don't know what that means.